The president now weighs U.S. military action against Syria, saying a decision is coming within 24 to 48 hours. Of course, it comes after that suspected chemical attack, women and children among the victims. The images difficult to see, but seen around the world. The president calling Syrian President Assad an animal, and what he said when we asked if Vladimir Putin shares the blame. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl tonight.
President Trump called the attack barbaric and said he has little doubt who was behind it.
It was an atrocious attack. It was horrible. This is about humanity. We're talking about humanity. And it can't be allowed to happen.
The horrific images of what looks like a chemical weapons attack came in over the weekend. At least 40 civilians killed. Survivors sprayed with water to wash away the chemicals. A little boy wiping his burning eyes. Another child given an inhaler to help breathe. All of it in an area just outside Damascus that is controlled by rebels opposed to Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad. Just hours later, the president's first response is on Twitter. For the first time, the president directly criticized Russian President Vladimir Putin, Assad's most powerful supporter. President Putin, Russia, and Iran are responsible for backing Animal Assad. Big price to pay. Today, we asked the president about that. Does Putin bear responsibility for this?
He may, yeah, he may. And if he does, it's going to be very tough. Very tough.
He'll pay a price if
everybody's going to pay a price. He will, everybody will.
The president said he would be making a, quote, major decision over the next 24 to 48 hours.
We cannot allow atrocities like that.
Just last week, the president said he wanted to pull American troops out of Syria soon.
I want to get out. I want to bring our troops back home.
But Senator John McCain said the president had, quote, signaled to the world that the United States would prematurely withdraw from Syria, saying Assad was emboldened by American inaction. Sir, didn't the president, by saying that he wants to get out of Syria, essentially give a green light to Assad to do this, as John McCain has suggested?
Look, we're still there, and I think that it is outrageous to say that the President of the United States greenlit something as atrocious as the actions that have taken place over the last several days.
And John Karl with us live tonight from the White House. And John, the president saying he expects to make a decision as early as tonight or tomorrow. As you pointed out earlier, he's been meeting with his national security team, including his new national security advisor, John Bolton.
John Bolton was sitting right behind the president today. It was his first day on the job, and the president, speaking just minutes ago, said that the chemical attack will, quote, be met forcefully. David?
John Karl asking the questions there in the cabinet room today. John, thank you. And what would a U.S. military strike look like? And how soon could it come? I want to bring in ABC's chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, also with us live tonight. And Martha, last time a year ago, images of a chemical attack in Syria, President Trump acting within 3 days. What are we looking at this time?
Well, it was extraordinarily fast retaliation. Last time, the U.S. firing those 59 Tomahawks at the Syrian airfield where that chemical-laden plane had taken off. But the U.S. had strong evidence. Radar had spotted the aircraft dropping those weapons, which appeared to intentionally target a hospital operated by a rebel group. But that Syrian airfield was back in use just days later, despite those Tomahawks. So if Trump decides to launch missiles again, it could be a broader and larger strike. Missiles launched from U.S. destroyers, submarines, and possibly B-2 stealth bombers in hopes Assad takes it seriously this time.
And Martha, one last question. I know you've been talking to your sources at the Pentagon, and getting definitive proof that this was a chemical weapons attack could prove difficult.
It would be very tough to get access to this particular site and hard for anyone to get soil or tissue out, but they're looking for whatever they can find on satellites or signals intelligence. But the State Department has already said those images clearly show the effects of a nerve agent, so that may be enough. And we heard that strong appeal from Nikki Haley urging the international community to investigate. She vowed that either way, the U.S. will respond. President Trump said that as well, and I don't think he will wait long. David?
Martha Raddatz with us following this. Thank you. President Trump says he has no doubt about this chemical attack, but RT, Russian television in Moscow, saying it's fake news, warning that the U.S. not take action. The Russians showing this video today of their own team, they say, on the ground there, saying they found no evidence of a chemical attack. But we should point out there has been a strike on Syria already. Tonight, the pictures here and who was behind it. ABC's James Longman in the region for us.
David, a U.S. official tonight confirms Israel was behind the airstrikes 24 hours after that suspected chemical attack. You can see here flickers of light showing the overnight strike. Russia says 2 Israeli F-15 jets launched 8 guided rockets from airspace here in Lebanon, and that Syria shot down several of them. Some rockets did hit the airbase, killing 14 people, according to activists. Iranian forces are stationed on the base, and Israel does not want Iran, which is propping up Syria's President Assad, to continue building its own presence in Syria. David?
All right, James Longman with us tonight. James, our thanks to you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.